What's up, guys? It's MB Boxing, and I just finished up watching Jamel Herring versus Jamaine Ortiz, and this was a 10-rounder in the lightweight division, and this fight was Saturday, May 21st from the Resorts World Event Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, and this fight was broadcasted on ESPN Plus, ESPN, or the ESPN app. And in this fight, Jamel Herring, in his comeback fight since losing his world title to Shakur Stevenson, got shocked as Jamaine Ortiz got the unanimous decision victory. This was a big upset. I had this bout scored 96-94 in favor of Jamaine Ortiz. The judges scored this bout 96-94 and 97-93 twice, all in favor of Ortiz. So, this was just a shocker in my opinion. Last time I remember watching Jamaine Ortiz is when he was going life and death with one of the Adorno brothers. He didn't really have any other big wins leading up to this fight, and we gotta remember he was like a top 30 contender ranked by BoxRec going into this fight, and Jamel Herring is top 3 or was top 3 going into the fight. This was a crazy upset, and just to break down this fight, it started out with Jamel Herring looking pretty good in the first round. He looked solid. It looked like it was going to be that same way throughout the whole entire fight, but it really wasn't. In the first round, Herring looked strong, landed some nice shots, and really just outboxed Ortiz a bit, and really just outworked him. However, in the second round, towards the end of that round, Jamel Herring got buckled with a perfectly placed right hand to the sort of nose and like forehead area of Herring that sort of buckled him a bit at the end of the second. The third and fourth round were two rounds that I edged to Herring because I thought he just outworked Ortiz a bit, but then it was sort of like back and forth as in the round after that. In the fifth round, I gave it to Ortiz again for the same reasons, how he started to actually box a bit more and started to just outwork Herring. This fight was really a tale of whoever outworked who. It's not whoever outboxed. It was both of these guys. We got to see them counterpunch. We got to see them come forward a bit, but it was really just determined on who was the one throwing more punches, and that was Jamaine Ortiz, as he was able to land them, get more openings, and score more points. As right after the fifth round, I give the sixth round to Jamel Herring for that very reason. But then in the last couple of rounds, Jamel Herring's age was showing, and I guess the commentators were right. They were saying that most fighters can't really bounce back too well after losing such a dominant stoppage loss that he did to Shakur, or that happened against Shakur Stevenson, and that exactly showed us. He was tired out, tuckered out. He was just very gassed, and he didn't look that determined going into the last maybe like 4 rounds, and all those rounds I gave to Jamaine Ortiz. He really was dominating Jamel Herring in those last 4 rounds. Leading up to the last 4, it was like basically dead even. But then Jamaine Ortiz really started to outwork Herring, was really just showing that he has the grit, that he had more dog in him to continue on and win this fight. And at one point in the last couple rounds, he was outlanding Herring like 44-13. He was really putting Herring on the gas pedal and really making him work, and he was just outworking him simply, and it won him this fight. So, comment down below your thoughts on this fight, who you think won, your scorecard in the comment section if you watched it. But, yeah, this is literally a massive win for Jamaine Ortiz. He's going from beating some of these top 100 guys, getting draws against some of these top 100 guys, to beating one of the best super featherweights in the world, and now moving up to lightweight. BoxRec even probably would have had Herring top 10. So he beat a solid top 5, top 10 fighter. This was just a tremendous win for Jamaine Ortiz, and that goes into the question: what is next for him? I don't think they're gonna have a rematch, to be 100% honest, but I do think that Ortiz is going to get a big fight, maybe against someone like a Jeremiah Nakatia, maybe against a Miguel Berchelt. But I think he's definitely due for a big fight next on Top Rank. But as for Jamel Herring, losing here for the 4th time, second straight defeat, he could hang up the gloves. He's had a great career as a former world champion, but this is just such a devastating loss. But, who am I to tell him? That's just an option that I think I could see happening. I don't think that he should necessarily, because he's still a very solid fighter. But I think in his next fight, if he continues fighting, obviously, he could take on maybe someone in like that's like an easy win, not like this where he's going in against an undefeated challenger, someone who's got losses before, someone that Herring could definitely beat, but someone that is inside the top 50 that Herring could get an easy win. Maybe he might step it up a bit, face someone like Ortiz again. Maybe if he gets that win, could go back into the top 10, top 15, and really start working there and trying to work his way up. So overall, Jamaine Ortiz upsets Jamel Herring, getting a close unanimous decision victory to stay undefeated and to get the best victory of his career thus far. And yeah, that's really it. I'm MB Boxing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.